our trial DM is no longer in this RP for right now. I don't know when they'll be back, so it is just me today. So help me out a little bit, okay? Don't do anything crazy. If Trop or Dudley don't show up about 2 hours in, I'll run a mission. I'll come up with something and run something on the spot, so you guys have something to do. I won't make you play NPCs. I'll run it by myself. I'll play an NPC for something or whatever, okay? I might steal one or two of you, but other than that...
Just to give
I'll
you
help
an
with
idea,
zombies if needed.
Last session I did plant traps.
Okay, we'll do some stuff.
So,
you know,
yeah,
we're not just gonna sit around doing nothing, but I wanted to give you time for your characters to grieve. For all of you who've been in the camp, except for you, would have known Doctor for, or you and Cyber would have known Doctor for a pretty long time, since you came in here. So you'll be grieving over this. Other than that, we'll wait. We'll start now. You can get in character. We'll wait for the other DMs. If they don't show up, I'll run something for you guys, so it's not just a sit around kind of day, okay?
Alright.
Go in the admin room.
Alright.
Be quick. Water. Water.
Okay, everybody, you can go to your spots. I will tell you when cards are up.
Where to start?
Oh yeah.
Alright, everyone, if you are in your spot, you can go cards up.
How'd everything go last night?
Well,
I see the doctor still isn't back yet.
he's back.
Guess he's in his medical. Need some medicine anyways.
Unfortunately, not breathing.
You wanna run that by me again?
Shot in the head and several times in the body.
You want to know what
Downstairs
happened?
now. You would have all heard a window be shattered upstairs.
What's going on?
all the noise?
We've got a fucking problem.
What kind of problem?
The fucking doctor's dead.
What?
As I fucking predicted. Shot in the goddamn head. I violated his fucking corpse.
Who?
I don't know. Whoever he went and met last night.
Who went with him?
I went with him.
Jack. What
It was
happened?
a fucking
Yeah.
trap.
What
happened?
It was a goddamn trap, it's what it was. They said the message only to us.
I could have predicted.
Headache.
The only people I think of is the people who abruptly came into our O's last time and shot Isaac in the leg. Black Clover is the likely suspect.
Fucking who?
Listen. I think it was the Clover. I think they said their name. However, they had some kind of personal vendetta against the doctor. Something about stealing something from an ambulance. I don't
For
know.
some reason.
And the worst part is they knew about us. They knew how much supplies we had. They knew our names.
The fuck?
They knew our fucking names, man. I don't know how, but they knew how
Okay,
much supply we have and
did
know
they-
our fucking
How do
names.
they know our names?
An
Where are they
excellent
even getting them
fucking
this
question.
information?
I don't know. Maybe we have a fucking
Did they
rat.
have
Who
someone
knows?
Feeding them this info?
Listen, it
And
doesn't
they-
matter about the fucking
Possible.
names. How do they know our supplies?
That too. That's what I think. Is one of us a traitor?
I don't know.
I fucking gotta be. Don't no
They
one else
said
walk in here.
we have 2 days of supplies left. Exactly what the doctor said yesterday. I don't know how the fuck they
What's
knew
going on?
that.
Why are people breaking shit?
The fucking doctor's dead.
I mean, he's dead.
He's dead. Shot. Dead. Violated his fucking corpse.
Okay, but there is
Who?
one more bad thing I have to tell
don't
about.
know.
One more
What?
bad thing. They're coming here.
Great,
They
go
said
for
they
it.
would be coming here.
Fucking
fuck.
what?
Yes. Listen, they are about
So
They
what?
have
6
guns. We
hours
can't
away from
survive
here.
that.
I know we can't. We either have to move or I don't know what the fuck we're going to do.
6
When are they gonna
hours?
be here?
6 hours away,
you
but
got
they
back an hour. No, sorry, you got back not long ago.
No.
If they followed you, they're probably right outside.
They just said they would pick a date. So I don't know if they are right outside or I don't know. I'm just fucking
6 hours.
I don't
Are you
know.
talking about the transmission that I picked up the other day?
Yes.
Yes.
The transmission was specifically sent to us
We
because
don't
they
even
had a
have any
vendetta against the
guns of
doctor.
our own. There will be no match for you.
If we had our own guns, it would
Do me a favor.
definitely
I
be
have an
useful.
idea, but it's kind of.
I'm gonna grab something and sterilize this.
Yes, but where are we? The hell are we gonna get our own guns? We don't even. You know how guns are hard to come by around here.
Yeah, I know.
Listen, even if for some miracle we manage
fucked.
and I say, oh, I don't know, we sneak in and steal some of their weaponry. Oh wait, we can't, because again, they're fucking armored and weaponry. What do we have? Blades. We have
They
blades.
had
And even
fucking
then-
machine
Nothing else.
guns. You can't fucking
And
fight
even
that.
then, we don't know how many of them there are either.
Probably
We
hundreds. Who
can't,
knows?
but we do have something that probably could for a bit.
What?
What?
That fucking thing in the maze.
The
You
end?
gotta be fucking kidding me.
I never said it was a good idea. I said it was probably suicide for whoever does it, but
Well, it's
If they
suicide
come
for
here-
everyone, not just for the. I mean, sure, maybe yeah, we could use it against the Black Clovers, but that's also gonna be on us, cause that thing could chase
well,
anyone
that
they
would
see
be the
fit.
distraction while everyone leaves.
Or we could just leave right now. Before
Well,
they
we can
come.
go
Where do you
where?
even
I'm
go?
saying if they
This-
get here while we're still here. Because again, if they were right behind you guys, they could be walking down the road in 2 minutes.
Perception.
Yes,
You'll
but
notice
what
a
if the plan
nasty
fails? What
ass
if
scar
that
on his
thing
face?
has only
That's
its
probably
eye
why
for
he covers
us?
it.
What if it only has that?
Well, then
That's
we're
bullshit.
dead anyway. I'm just saying, if it comes to it,
I don't know what
and
to do.
the Black Clovers fucking come
We
here with
have
their guns,
a bigger
we're not
fucking
stopping.
problem. The doctor's dead, yeah, but Isaac doesn't know yet. He's still asleep. That motherfucker will be like a war machine when he wakes up and finds out.
Oh boy.
He's
Well,
gonna
I
go
ain't
down
breaking the
road
news
of-
to him. One of y'all do it. I ain't breaking the
I'll
news to
have
him.
to fucking do it.
Did you hear my idea at least?
I am probably the best in that situation. He'd likely put the shit in the face.
Everyone here's fucking hurting. I need you running security. If they are here, I will need your eyes and your ears.
So you and Jack are
Until we can figure out why the fuck we are
Yeah, it
targeted.
seems like it.
Well, with the
Understood.
doc now Dad, the only two main points that we need to definitely keep alive now is Jack and Abby, because again, they're our last two
Did you hear my
medicals.
idea, though?
No, I didn't.
If the Black
That's
Clovers
the other
come,
thing.
obviously we can't take them on.
But it's very
We can make a
obviously
crowd
the Black
and lead them
Clover
into
at this
that maze.
point.
Ah, shit.
It's probably gonna be suicide for whoever ends up activating it. But maybe it can take all of them out. Give the rest
And
of
then
us
take
time.
us out progressively.
I'm
Won't
hoping
come out in a day.
the thing in the maze will fight the Black Clovers while we can escape.
They're not stupid. They're
Pretty
probably
sure they're aware.
trying some elaborate plan. We got an even bigger problem. Who the fuck is that?
I have no idea.
That is, from my sight to the gas, probably ally.
I think that's the merchant, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Got a bit lost on the way back.
Sorry, it was just lost.
What the fuck happened?
Dog got shot. Shit got robbed.
I know the
I told
dog
him it was
got
a trap.
shot. Why didn't you try to fucking sway him? Check him, by the way, for bots.
Sway, I've already tried that. You said it was a risk. And he was just
Knowing the
gonna take it.
merchant,
He's damned us all.
doubt he'd be Ben.
Well, depending on
Back
how much
inside,
info
small.
the merchant knows, it could be him.
Well,
Wouldn't be
look, Jack
surprising
also
that
look.
someone.
Like, he also went with. But it was the merchant and Jack. Who else?
What's his name?
Engineer.
At the time.
No, we haven't.
It was also him who went with us.
Well, don't push
Alright,
it for
people.
the Just tell him how it is.
I'm here.
Alright.
His mate might as well deserve to know it as serious as possible.
I do believe Isaac is starting to wake up soon. But we need tight security. Very fucking tight. You see anything move wrong, you see anything breathe wrong, you let me, Isaac, or one of us know.
Alright.
Understood.
Understood.
And as for supplies, we're gonna have to make it last. We can't risk supply runs right now. We gotta get shit packed so we can leave.
Oh, good.
Now, where will it even
Well,
go?
no,
That's the
being lunatics
question right
is
now.
fine.
Probably anywhere is
don't
better
know.
than here.
Anywhere but here. Anywhere away from here. The doc's in the medical bay, by
Somewhere
the way.
away from Clover.
The boys that come back, you two, did you tell them what they were geared with? Guys
Yes.
down in the swamps?
Yes. Pistols, machine guns, MP5s.
AKs, heavy
Yeah.
machine guns, firepower, yeah.
You told
It's-
us. The fucking
I'm not looking,
clovers,
dude.
I can bet.
Well, if we are gonna start packing
Yeah,
up and
more
leaving,
than
it's best
likely,
you
probably
make
pissed off
sure you
after
grab
that guy
everything
also
you
got
Ain't
shot.
nobody else geared like them.
Well, pretty much everything I had with
Oh,
me,
I believe the military
I
is
had
still around,
on
but
my
fuck
person
knows
when I
if they're
walked
still-
in.
They're probably all
surface
wiped out
level.
right now. How you
I
think
have
they
my
got all them
bag,
weapons
which has
in
a
the
bit
first
of
place?
They're all in a
things, but it's not
bunker
gonna be
or an
much.
offshore oil rig. That's where they
Like
do.
I said, I got some alcohol that could be
To
used for
be
medical
Maybe the
purposes,
frozen
of
Offshore
course,
oil
but,
rig probably ain't that
Corpses
smart.
get a little bit stiff when they get their flesh frozen.
you know, and plus,
Yeah.
besides my, well, dad's Kukuri,
Mm-hmm.
Well,
That's about
I'm
it.
gonna go
didn't really come with
take
much.
a nap for an hour. I'll be back.
Sure.
Mm.
We are fucked, people.
Indeed we are.
Yep.
Yep.
More than
That's
fucked.
an understatement.
Ah, shit.
I think I'll just make some rounds around here, see if anything.
Well, hopefully when I check my traps, we'll actually have some food to take with us when we leave.
Maybe. Anybody get that car at least sort of working yet?
The mechanic relatively think it's doing well, but a day more, half a day more, and it should be running.
We don't have half a day more. We don't even. Probably don't even have a few hours.
Uh, mechanic will do their best. Probably offer a few helping hands, and they're probably done within 2.5 hours at best. Unless it's already done and I'm not aware. It worked like hell overnight.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go check on
Fortunately,
Isaac.
cars aren't my thing, but I'll help out if it's still needed.
Cruel fate if we die in a bog like this. Man,
Yeah.
Still asleep. I'd leave
I
him there
think
for
he's
now.
getting up momentarily.
Go run some security. I'll wake him up. Let him know.
Damn
Bring
it.
Understood.
somebody with you.
I'll go.
Isaac, got some news for you, buddy. Not gonna like it.
You go around the other side for me. Go around this side.
Meet you in the back.
Should I just steal some supplies and leave? No. It's better to stay in the group. Yeah. We're fucked.
Yeah,
That's what
there's
we are.
no way around it.
I don't know. Do you know any places nearby?
Listen, you don't need to tell me twice. I already know that we are. Because again, with the limited supplies and against fucking Black Clover, who have fucking guns and armor, they can annihilate us in
No.
minutes.
I know they can. Listen.
What?
Do you know any places nearby? Any that could be safe?
Listen, if I did, I would say something, but I've been traveling, searching for her, my own sister, for some time, that I don't even remember any place that would be safe. Even if there was a place safe, maybe it once was safe, but now it's probably full of Zeds. And probably other who knows what the fuck. Maybe even Black Clovers or maybe other groups that we don't know about. So basically, we're basically fucked to begin with.
Fuck. I don't know. The only thing we can do,
Look.
I don't know, make traps.
Look,
That won't stop
even if
them.
we did make traps, like we could maybe not stop them, but maybe some ways we could maybe slow them down. But again, we don't know if you've been followed, if they're even hiding over there for all we know.
Yeah, to be honest,
don't
they
even know.
should be in the village already.
Hmm.
Damn it. Look, I don't know what
Look.
to do. I don't know.
My person, listen, Jack,
Yeah.
listen. The only thing is that you and Abby are now at the medicals, so therefore you two are going to be important to keep us alive
Yes.
eventually.
Big man wants to speak to you. Come on.
Of course.
Nope, I think he's dying.
Tell him when you see him. Oh, shit. Here he comes.
What's with my internet connection today?
Shit, he's missing a hand. There's at least a full mag in his body. One directly in between the eyes. Just letting you know what happened. They fucking stole everything the merchant had. So we're
This
down
is
to
a,
They
dark
told
day
them
indeed.
that they would be
Isaac
Oh.
wants to see you.
Yeah. That one?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, he's in there.
Not for long. They're coming here and fucking slaughter us.
That's obviously some of that to me, I suppose.
Here
Right
to
now, I want to sit rep, and then I'm going to take some time.
Yeah.
Process.
We don't have time. Respectfully, we don't have fucking time. They're only 6 hours away, and that's walking. We know they have vehicles.
Listen, just give me some time, right?
Can't do this shit by myself, Isaac.
Don't worry.
These people don't trust me enough as it is.
Main thing I want to see is the people who went there. And I want some time to myself. Where are the
There's
rest? Are you the only one?
Others are asleep.
Only one. Yeah.
What happened?
Look, we arrived there and they were on a big fucking tower or something. I don't
Already, huh?
Yeah, it is.
Goodness.
Just hold them together.
Well, maybe. Alright, we're here.
All right.
At your disposal.
Come here. I said Jake. I want
Oh,
mainly Jake to tell me what's going on. And we're going to have a little tuck group meeting. What happened?
I told you before. Fucking ambush. That's what happened. They wanted the doctor dead, and they got him dead. For apparently stealing some medical supply from an ambulance.
That day? That fucking day.
Yeah.
Of course it was fucking them.
They said they would pick a day and visit us, and they would slaughter all of us. So I don't know if they are 5 minutes away from here or I don't know when they are coming. We are fucked either way and we have to fucking move. That's it.
I'll tell you all this right now. As much as y'all see me as one of your de facto leaders, even though time and time I tell you again, I just help run security around here. The fact that this threat has come up and the fact that Wilson is dead means we were put on a much larger time crunch. Food and water doesn't matter at the time. Right now is packing up our stuff and getting ready. We don't know if they're telling the truth or if they're just trying to run out. All I'm saying is everyone make sure your stuff is ready to grab and go. We need to sneak out and make a disguise. Wilson has something for me to go through. At least he told me that if anything bad ever happens to check him over. He says I'll know what to look for, but that's for me to do in my own time. I imagine that's probably going to happen sometime tomorrow. I need some time to myself to go through all of this. The main thing I need to tell everyone is we're getting to the point where Wilson, who was kind of the head of operations before, is no longer able to do so. You're going to have to work together and come up with your own plans. I can only run security. I'm not some sort of fancy leader as you all make me up to be. I'm just a security guard. A prison guard. I know how to deal with riots and run a tight ship. That's it. So from now on, we're going to be putting things to a vote. Picking people out together. Understood?
Understood.
Yes. Understood.
Yeah.
Alright.
Good.
And on that note, considering we're in the shittiest situation possible, though I'm still not feeling great, I guess it's better time than ever to start teaching you how to actually use a weapon, just in case you need to. I won't be teaching you how to kill zombies, I will be teaching you how to kill a human being. You understand?
Right on. Understood.
I'll be starting immediately. So when all this is done, we'll go right there in that flat spot, and if you decide you want to join and learn how to kill somebody, go on over there.
Another thing.
Thank you.
In case this threat of theirs that this rival group is going to be attacking sooner than later, I have an idea on how to prevent them from getting into us, maybe to buy us a little bit more time. However, this is going to make it so our paths will not be easily moving forward. The barricades in the maze, we're taking them down. The Ent will be free. And as much as it already seems to be free to do it, is nothing will be able to stop it from moving around. I'm going to take those barricades down, and if those fuckers decide to come and try to shoot this place up, it'll rip them apart. Might as well use it, the fucking thing.
No, mind you, we are not doing this right now. Before we leave, I will take a few people, and we will go do that. I'll do it myself if I fucking have to.
I was saying the same thing like 10, 15 minutes ago, so I'll go with.
Alright, anything else?
The main thing I want to make clear is we're in this together. I want everyone to make sure that all voices are heard. Don't think your opinion doesn't have any sort of meaning around here. We're all here together. We're surviving together. It's the one thing that makes us different from others. We at least have some sort of faculty, some sort of group. There are other groups out there, and we can potentially try to make contact with them, meet with them, either join them or work with them. One thing certain is we cannot tell who we can or can't trust right now. So, if anyone has anything they want to pitch forward now, now's the time.
Though I don't really like the idea of when we do start leaving, releasing the creature over there. I don't see any I just don't see any way around it at this point. It's risky because what's not for that creature to stop chasing us.
Main thing is we can use the buildings as little safe havens, but even Ent can eventually get into a building if it breaks it enough. The main thing is as long as we stick to buildings and don't make too much noise, we should be safe. Which, from what I've heard of these threats, of these attackers coming in, it sounds like they have guns. If they want to shoot the place up, they'll die. They'll be ripped apart.
That's probably our only advantage.
I've already checked. We can get out that way, but that leads towards a border. About, give or take, 20 miles, 30 miles. That way, that is the border between Mississippi and Louisiana. Where we are now is Louisiana. Problem with that is it's not necessarily the walk. It's that border is guarded. Heavily. Not by people like the Clovers, they don't really have guns and shit. But there is a fuck ton of them, and all of them have something to kill you with. That is why I will be teaching you how to kill somebody, because if we go that way, we'll have to get through them. If we decide to go somewhere else, which it's not really up to me, it's up to everybody else. That's fine too. But our clear path...
There's no way to go around them?
Around this? Fuck no.
No, around the border.
No.
Don't think so.
You would have
not
to
with
take
the river in the way.
that, and you would have to take another 10, maybe 15-mile hike just to even maybe get around them. And the river right there is deep as hell.
No tunnel
And
systems
that's
or
not
anything
taking
where we're at.
effect. There might be, but that's a risky play. We don't know what's down there. You guys, we have all been here in this apocalypse. We know how much these infected have mutated. We don't know what's down there. If you want to take that risk, we can.
No,
That's
we
not
like
smart.
the dark a bit too heavily, and knowing Ents, they would love the tunnels.
Right.
I'm not saying there be Ents down there. Ents are too big. But we don't know what could be down there. We have to
Probably
take
something a
everything
lot
into
scarier.
consideration. We can't go on the
Yeah,
borders
rather not
because
find
if we either get chased out by the people, we take a walk through Ent territory. And that's necessarily something I want to do, especially with my leg.
That will be a
I don't
long
think
walk.
my leg healed right either.
I have been there, as I've said before, I've been to the border. As of right now, because of so many people, there's not as many zombies. Nothing big, at least. There might be an Ent or two, but that's kind of a given. Our main threat is the people. But as I said before, all of them have weapons like we do. Melee weapons. They can still very well kill you. So, if anybody has anything else to say, let it be known now. No?
I will say this. One thing. Don't feel like you're pressed to make a choice now. As I said,
No.
if anything, let me finish. If anything, if we do get down that end and they see it roaming around, whatever scouts they send, they'll probably buy us a little bit of time because no one's dumb enough to fucking charge an end.
Yeah, we still have maybe 2
So,
or 3 days
this is to
before
give
we
you-
leave.
Exactly. So, if you want to hold your opinions and maybe come up with a plan, you have some time.
And the final thing, we can all vote on this, but I vote that we take today and use it as our fast day, I guess. If we're gonna have 2 or 3 days before we leave and only have 2 days of supplies left, we want to save enough for the trip down to the border. We can probably find some stuff that way, but we're gonna have to take at least 1 day and just not eat. We can drink because we have water. We saved up some for when the water was working. As for food,
You can
check
drink
my
from the
traps
tap.
to see if I caught anything.
As for food, we're gonna have to take a day and not eat. Now we can either eat and risk to see if we find something towards the border, or we can take a day and make for sure that we have food on the trip there. Votes opposing, yes or no? If yes,
Yes.
I
you
agree.
agree with this, raise your hand
Yeah,
so
I
we
agree
know who.
too.
I
I'm
agree
not-
as well.
That's unanimous.
I'm not entirely happy with this border plan.
That's why we have
mean-
a couple days. If other people take your time, as much as
Either
we
way.
have.
Either way, we're gonna need to save food for a trip. So, I'm going to assume a lot of you haven't fasted before. My suggestion, when it comes to this, it is fucking rough, especially if you've never done it before. Fasting sucks. You're gonna feel bad for a little while. It might sound counterintuitive, but try not to drink as much water. It makes you thirsty. Then it start making you hungry. So, try to go as long as you can without drinking anything. And once you do drink something, only drink little bits at a time. Keep yourself hydrated, but do not overdrink anything. Once again, this is going to suck, people. So do it wisely. If you absolutely need to eat something, we'll group up like this again, and you can let us know. We're not going to deny you your food, but mind you, food needs to be saved. Understood?
Understood.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. So,
If anyone
As I
has
said,
anything
we've-
else they want to put forward, now's the time.
That's what I
I don't
said
know if
earlier,
it's
you didn't
really.
hear me.
One at a time.
You go
Oh.
ahead. You go ahead.
what do you pick?
Joseph, you didn't hear me before about checking the traps to see if I caught anything.
I heard you.
Could give us a
I'll,
little bit more
we'll
food
go
in
out there.
case some people need to eat.
I'll send somebody with
I
you
will join.
in an hour or two, and we'll go check them.
Not that I don't know if it's like 100% of an importance considering we're all into this together right now, but with the doc now gone, the only two people of medical is Jackie and Abby. So therefore we need to make sure they're kept alive, otherwise without
Yes.
people knowing true medical
Yeah.
experience, then we're basically fucked.
Do you know
100%.
Wilson's locker is locked? He
secured.
set something up with me, so will be investigating that, but I'm going to save that for tomorrow. Today I mourn.
And yeah, on that
Understood.
note, as for the locker, rules still apply. The food, to be honest, I don't care as much. If I catch you stealing something, I'll still reprimand you and I'll probably still beat the shit out of you. But that medical cabinet right there, you try to steal something out of it, we'll have some problems. We understood?
Understood.
Yep.
Medical cabinet's locked regardless. If the lock's broken, I'll investigate. I'll be sleeping next to it as well, so if any of you want to try and wake me up to break the lock, go ahead.
Just because he has a bum leg don't mean he still can't beat the shit out of you.
Maybe you do need to learn a little bit of self-defense, Abby. So I think this should help a little bit.
Speaking
Yeah,
of
it should.
medical wise, I do
It's
have,
best if all of you who
Because
is
if
not
we were to get separated
acquainted to
again,
killing
so you
somebody
could
with an
defend yourself.
apocalypse
So while you're trying to,
goes
if
over there.
something were to happen, so I think this
Say
should
that
be an
again.
opportunity to help you.
I still have
But, let's go.
bandage I was
Right.
given when I went to plant the traps. If I don't need it, I'll hand it back. after
You
we
say
check out
you're
the
gonna
traps,
try
so-
to help.
Yes. Now,
so how's your leg doing,
I'm
by the way?
sure a lot of you have
Yeah, like,
killed
we can at
someone
least
before,
put
being
pressure
as
on
the
it and
apocalypse,
Doesn't hurt nearly as much.
but I'm gonna teach you how to do it correctly. As quickly as possible,
I'm
and
gonna
as
have
painful as possible.
you, him,
We understood?
Understood.
So,
Yep.
and probably.
I want every single one of you pull out the
I'm gonna
weapon
go
you
out
use.
until the barricades
Be it a
around the
knife,
You
be it
do
your
it
fist,
quietly.
be it a sword, I don't care.
Maybe not now, but get ready.
Pulls out a
And
stick.
please, if
Time
it's a
to-
invisible weapon, let me know what it is.
Scare off these bandits. Something to keep us a little safe.
Only thing I have are my fists.
Thing that you get
Invisible
We'll
brass
get you a
knuckles
knife. I have one.
from the
with
barricade,
spikes.
you set up on the gate.
Alright.
And anything
It's a
on the
knife.
wall,
Take it.
Thanks.
give us
Alright.
some sort of protection.
So, first things first.
What did you want to talk
I need to
about?
see how all of you think you know how to fight. So, get in your fighting stances, I guess.
Doc out there. So I have my own warning to do, seeing as I'm the one.
God damn, all of you suck. Alright, first off, you need to be more square. Shoulder length apart, your arms not so far apart. Bring them in, guard your face. You've got brass knuckles, so you can kind of deflect a weapon. You're all fucked up. The knife needs to be out in front of you, not behind you. There you go. Turn with the knife. So if you're gonna point it out in front of you, turn towards it. Get a little low, get your stance
That's why I
deep in the ground.
even if they give that information up, where they
Yours isn't too bad, but
till the end,
your offhand's a little too far out.
everyone. Spire.
And also the knife isn't out in front of you. Turn with the knife. So your right hand, there you go. Turn your stance with the knife. So your right leg needs to be out front with your right arm. There you go. You have nothing protecting this. Can't have it out front.
Good deal.
You're not too bad, but you could be better.
No, I need to go more.
Now, I'm gonna use this as an example. Look over this way.
I'm not too keen about learning how to kill people.
So do any of you notice what's wrong with his stance? His legs are too far apart. And push you over. Makes him unstable. Easy to push over, easy to knock down. You don't want him too far apart, because that's too wide of a stance. See how unbalanced you can be? Be shoulder length, just enough to where you can dig yourself down. You never want to be straight-legged either. It's a good way to get your knee broken. Bend your knees a little. Your front toe should be pointing forwards. There you go. Okay, now with the spear, I want you to raise it up a little more. Don't put it so low. Raise it up. You're stabbing. You won't be doing swinging from the side.
Out of character, I can't.
Raise it at least chest height, so you can stab. And as for that, you're holding it too wide. There's too much back here. Bring it up a little more.
So move
You want your reach.
like that.
Good. And the blade shouldn't be pointed up. It should be pointed to the side in case you need to sweep. Just spin it a little. There you go. Now that all you have a semblance of how to stand with a weapon, I'm going to teach you now how to cut with said weapon. First things first, you got brass knuckles. You ever fought before?
One more time.
You sure?
What did you say? I did not hear you.
You sure? So you're telling me if I punched you right now, you'd be able to block it or dodge it?
I think yes.
Sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay.
Ow. Okay, that was a kick. Ow. Not a punch.
They're gonna fight dirty. You need to be aware of
There's
what
no
they're gonna
such
do.
thing as honor.
So, as for you, you have very close range weapon. Brass knuckles. So, I'm glad I took boxing. When you're in your fighting stance, getting ready, the brass knuckles are going to be a little heavier. You're going to be throwing heavier punches, but they're going to be slower. So you need to read the person in front of you. I'm sure you've heard it before, but you need to watch their hips. That will tell you what they're going to do with their punch or their kick. Alright? So when you're squared with them, say they have a knife. Alright? Yeah, I'm gonna borrow that real quick, sweetheart. You have a knife, alright?
Alright.
They're gonna stab at you, say they're holding a reverse grip. They're gonna stab at you. As you are now, you don't have enough time to react, right?
Alright.
So you can't block a knife, right? It's gonna cut you. You don't have anything to block with. So you're gonna have to rely on distance. If I can't reach you, that's good. You need to always stay further back, but squared. Never cross your feet, and always shuffle back and forth, right?
Right.
So if I'm gonna throw an attack at you, you dodge. There you go, don't block. You're gonna dodge, and you're gonna come back. You won't get an attack off if you're face to face, alright?
Aye.
So, I want you to throw a punch at me. Let me show you what's gonna happen if you're too close.
Oh.
Very
I see.
easily. Too close means I can grab you, throw you around, move you. Alright? You're too far back. I can grab at you, and you can just move your shoulder, and I'm a miss. You have spiked brass knuckles. Punching somebody in the kidney, that will kill a man. Try to open for the body. The face you might think will do a lot more damage, but you can kill someone a lot easier by hitting them in their organs. Alright?
Alright.
It's a wider target as well. Alright? So, if I'm gonna throw a punch at you,
Aye.
I'm gonna go for your face half the time, because a lot of people in the apocalypse do not know how to fight. Alright? So a lot of the time, they're gonna go for the most obvious area. Your face. Use that to your advantage, okay?
Yep.
Small target. If you're distanced, you can very easily move your head and slip a punch, a stab, anything. Once you've slipped that, you always want to use somebody's failure to your advantage. As for him, he will take a body shot. Alright? Alright? You're gonna be standing with a knife, so you can kinda parry or block someone's attack. Somebody else has a knife. I think you keep a boot knife. I'm sure you do. Somebody else has a knife. It's a lot easier for you if you know what you're doing, alright? A lot of the times they're gonna have it pointed out in front of them, okay? Pointed at you. It's gonna intimidate you, make you scared. But you're gonna be smart, okay? Because a lot of the times with a knife, they're not gonna think about cutting. It won't go deep enough. They're gonna stab at you. So that's a really small target. They're gonna stab at your body, your leg, your head. Use that to your advantage as well. A lot of this is gonna be distancing. You wanna stay far enough away to where you don't get hurt, but you can hurt them. So, if you have the knife out and they go for a stab, all you gotta do is move your shoulder. Once again, a lot of the times they're gonna go for a body, so just twisting your body will help you. They're gonna go for your body if it's a weapon like a knife or a spear. okay? Bigger area, hard for them to miss, alright? If it's something like punting or a bat, a lot of the times, they'll go for your head. But as for a knife, they're going to go for the bigger area. So you can just take a step back. That's going to cause them to be off balance. When they're off balance, that is your best opportunity. You can kick their leg out from under them, get them on the ground. You can stab back, but with a knife, it is safe for you to get them on the ground, or at least stumbled, okay? Have that back. If they're stumbled, you have an easy target. They can stumble forward and miss you, and you have all this open. Or all this. The side is the most deadly. Unless you get up under the ribs right here, then they're fucking dead. But the side will be the most deadly. On this side, you've got your kidneys. You've got fucking all this shit over here, right? You can really hurt somebody. Appendix. On this side, you've got your heart, your fucking spleen. It's gonna hurt. And you will very easily kill somebody. You're not worried about going deep, because trust me, your organs are a lot more to the surface than you think. Alright? You're gonna think about doing the most damage you can when you are fighting someone. So with a knife, don't just stab them and pull out. Stab and rip. Pull down. Don't pull out. Pull down. That will cause a big fucking cut. Okay? So for knife, that's how you'll attack. You'll attack only when someone tries to attack you. I don't want any of you to ever see any of you trying to fight someone and you be the one constantly attacking, alright? Leaves you open. You fight defensive, okay? So, I'm gonna use my sword as reference. If I have a bat and I swing at you, little miss, and I go for you, and you just so manage to dodge it, all you have to do is take 2 steps forward, and I can't hurt you anymore. You're too close. All you gotta do is put an arm up, and my weapon's up, and I'm open. Alright? Somebody has a longer weapon than you, which a lot of the times they will. People have bats, they have homemade spears, they have all kinds of shit, alright? A lot of the times you'll see something like a spear. It's probably the most safest things in the condition we're in. Keeps you at a distance, and it keeps you safe. Are you seeing a same thing, right? Distance. It's important. Knowing your distance between you and somebody you're trying to kill, you will always win a fight. If you can control your distance perfectly, you will never lose. Alright? So, especially with closer ranged weapons, yours is a little bigger, so you have a little bit more reach. Closer, super defensive. Don't ever attack first. Only attack when you have an opening. If you have to sit there and run away until you get that, I don't fucking care. You're keeping yourself alive, alright? For a zombie, it's different. I know that much. But we're talking about people, human beings, living, thinking beings. If you fight defensively, that is going to make them think that you are scared. That's going to make them rash, and they're going to make bad decisions. Okay? I know you've been around it. You've heard some of the people. People in the apocalypse are cocky as hell. Especially if they're bigger than you. Or have more people. So they're going to talk a lot of shit. They're going to try to get in your head. But it's best for you if you get in theirs. And you can do that easily in a fight. Okay? Fighting defensively is going to make them cocky, make them rash, and they're going to do some stupid shit. They're going to get aggressive. So when they throw a wide attack or a big wind up, you see them winding up for something and you see an opening, that is the only time I will allow you to attack first. If I take my, let's say, bat, and I have a really big wind up, I'm way up here, you have a lot more time to run in before I can bring this down. Okay?
Understood.
Good. As for you, my friend, I'll teach you more shit. I'm just going down the line. You, my friend, you have a longer weapon, which is good. It's not too long, but it's not too big, or small, sorry. So, how you're gonna fight with that, you're not gonna go for the stabs. Clearly yours is a chopping weapon. You can add ease if you need to. You don't have to hold out in front of you the whole time. Relax. So, I want you, once again... fuck my leg. I want you, once again, get in your fighting stance, alright? You won't hurt me. I want to see what you think is best, alright? I'm gonna do this to all of you, so sorry, but... I want you to throw an attack at me. Swing, poke, I don't care. So, your problem with that, my friend... I'm trying not to hit you too hard, but it's instinct. Your problem with that, my friend, you had a big wind up, alright? Try to minimize your movements. So, if you go from... Let me see it real quick. If you go from here to here, sure, it may not be as much damage, but you're still hitting them faster, right? But if you go from here to here to here, see how much time I have to fuck you up?
Yeah.
So if I can attack you, I'm gonna flip it around to the dull side. If I can come from here to here with my wrist, you'll still do damage, because no one has fucking military vest or anything high enough grade to stop a sharp weapon. So once again, I want you to try that. Go to the dull side. If you do it correctly, you can fuck me up.
He's switched his to the dull side.
Try that again. Oh, shit. I wasn't ready, but that's good. I know you have a chopping weapon, but try not to do the same movements over and over again. It's actually a lot more complex than you think with a weapon like that, even a machete. So if you're just hacking at something, you're very easy to read, alright? So still do stuff. So I'm gonna stand back a little. So if I actually do something to fuck with their head, they're gonna be weirded out, because you're using a chopping weapon, right? So let's say I have a really... This is a machete, right? If I do something like a feint, it's gonna freak him out, right? So if I come here and feint around, it's gonna freak him out and you're gonna hurt him. So, shit, with a machete, you're gonna be a little bit closer, or with your, what's it called? Kukri, I think it's called, yeah.
Kukri, yes.
You're gonna be a little bit closer, so it's still the same. If you come from here, go for here, but don't hit and feint around, of course they're gonna try to block this, right? Especially if they're unexperienced. A lot of these people are, so they can tell if it's a feint or not if they're unexperienced or if they're experienced, but they won't be able to. So they're gonna come to block here, but you're gonna be over here. This isn't an arm movement. This applies to brass knuckles, knife, kukri, spear. A feint is never an arm movement, it's a wrist movement, okay? So if I come up here, I'm not gonna come here and then all the way back around. I'm gonna come over here and wrist. So I want you to take your time when you can and practice moving your blade with your wrist. It's gonna make, it's gonna suck for a little while. You're probably gonna be sore because a kukri is kind of heavy.
I'm going to go grab a few of those crawlers. Make them test subjects for us.
Sure. Practice with your wrist, okay? It's gonna hurt for a little while, but practice attacking with your wrist. That goes for all of you, except for you, my friend. You just fucking beat people up. So if you have a knife, once again, it's still a wrist movement. It's never the arm. It's very easy to read from the arm. Too much movement, too much time, right? So with the wrist, you can go for a stab, a slash, I don't care, okay? With a knife, it's a little bit easier. You can go reverse grip. You can hold it this way, where the blade's pointing down, and you can cut, stab, anything. With that, it's a little different. You can only hold that out in front of you. But as for a spear, and this goes for all of you, I'm not just doing this for each individual person, because soon enough, you'll have the opportunity to pick a weapon or whatever you want, and it'll be different. So take notes from everything I'm teaching you about each different weapon. As for a spear, I'm glad I have this. It's a little long. I can show you. A lot of the time, you're going to be up here. Wide, not really super wide, but kind of wider stance. Down a little, so you can step into your stabs. Okay? If you need to, you can slash as well. You can have it down, and you can slash from side to side at legs. Alright? But with a spear, of course, it's a stabbing weapon, so you have a little less of a target, okay? You don't have that much range of motion where you can just swing it around like a sword. So, when you go for a stab, you leave yourself very open. A lot of people do. So you want to minimize that by choking back on your weapon and having a little more range. So you don't have to go here, you can just go here and lean into it. So you keep yourself protected while still doing the damage. So, if you, let's say a person's coming at you with a bat. Alright, I'll hold it like a bat. Okay? If I'm gonna come at you with a bat, a lot of people are just gonna swing it. Okay? But that's a wind up, and your blade's already out in front of you. So how would you respond to me swinging a weapon at you? I'm gonna just come over like this. There you go. Don't actually fucking stab me. I don't want to die today. So, you saw that. He was in his head. People are gonna come at you all scary, big swings because it looks intimidating. But all it takes to kill somebody is a simple poke forward, especially with a spear. So if I'm coming at him like this, all he has to do is lean forward and extend his arms a little bit, and I'm impaled, dead. Okay? So, what we are going to do is I'm going to teach you how to block shit. But I can't teach you how to block something without hitting you, okay? So it's going to hurt. And I apologize in advance. But I'm not going to teach you like a pussy, and you're going to die. So we're going to go down the line. I'll use different weapons. I'll use my hands if I have to. Big man, come over here. For you, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. And I won't hit you too hard, okay? So, I'm going to swing at you, first off. I want to see how you're going to block it. I'm going to do this for everybody, okay? I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do. Ready?
Ready.
Good. You read it. So the problem with that, though, is it took you too long, and you blocked the wrong way. I want to show you what happens if you block like that again. Put your blade up exactly how that was. And I had it blocked. You want to know what I'm going to do with a weapon like this while you have your arms tilted like that?
What?
It's very easy for me to manipulate my weapon, especially with my experience, but a longer weapon, believe it or not, is a lot easier to manipulate because you have two hands on it. And controlling both of those allows you to do a lot more. So, if I go for a block or something like this, and instead of me just going like this, and I go like that, see how open I am? For you,
Yeah.
act like you just hit my sword. If I blocked like this, what would you do next? What would I do next?
Probably just rush in.
Exactly. See, while all you have to do is move your blade down, and you're open to move freely, I have to come from here all the way back around before I can get in another fighting stance. And I can't move like this, because if I take a step back, that leaves me even more open for you to kick me, throw something at me, throw your weapon at me, and knock me on the floor. Alright?
Alright.
So once again, I'm gonna swing at you, and I want you to block it.
Alright.
Yes! Not bad. Could have been better. See, you moved, once again, too much. Something I want you all to take note on. Less movement, the better. while you had your blade out in front of you, like this. But still, when I came down, you went like that. Still more movement, right?
Yeah.
So once again, I came down, you blocked how? Like that.
Right here.
Right. All you had to do was put it forward. That's all you had to do. And that blocked my downward strike. When it comes to blocking an attack, especially from a longer weapon, you don't want to focus much on blocking and don't worry about the zombie. You'll be okay. You don't want to focus much on blocking and more on dodging, because if you can dodge, your opponent is open. They miss, so they have nothing to recover off of. Now, as for me, I use a training sword so I can use that momentum to my advantage. If I come down and you dodge, well, that's momentum for me to come back around and trip you, or come back around and attack. But a lot of people don't think like that, alright? So don't worry. Just focus on protecting yourself and your life. So, when it comes to blocking a weapon, I want you to get in your stance. If I came down like this on the blade, you need to be steady and hard. So,
Good boy.
keep your arms straight, your back straight, and it may sound counterintuitive, but don't tense your muscles up very much.
You see that the infected over there's both their arms are broken
If
as
I
they're
come
tied to
down,
the fence post. Their lower jaw is
And
missing.
you
Their
blocked
tongue
just by putting your weapon
flapping against the back
up,
of
right?
its
When my
throat.
sword hits, what's gonna happen? If you leave it limp, you're most likely gonna bend, your wrist is gonna bend, and my sword is gonna slide straight off. That leaves me at the ground and you to be able to riposte, okay?
Alright.
So when blocking something, unless it is a overhead strike and you have no choice but to block it, don't tense your muscles up and stand straight. Leave your wrist unlocked, your arms unlocked, because it will allow it to slide off very easily. But if it comes down to, go ahead and get back in. If it comes down to something like hand to hand, I know some of you have been through it. If it comes down to hand-to-hand combat, put your brass knuckles away, I don't want to die today. Comes to hand-to-hand combat, we're going to pretend like he has his brass knuckles on.
Now you can't even do
A lot of the
anything.
time, it's the same thing. Don't attack unless you see an opening or you are safe to attack. So if he throws a punch, I'm going to slip it, and I'm going to go for a rib. Okay? Something like a jab, it's going to leave his rib open. So you're going to want to slip it and go for a rib. Okay? If it's something like, let's say, a hook, and he hooks me, you're going to keep your arm up, and you're going to hook back. Because this arm is dropped from this attack. You've blocked this, and his jaw is open. Okay? Now, I'm going to teach you how to block and react to different punches, such as a hook, a jab, an uppercut, a body hook, a leg kick, just about everything. So, if he throws a hook, once again, let's say it's from the other side, this is going to be your lead hand, okay? This is your lead hand, this is your off hand. Alright, this is your lead hand, this is your off hand. So, if he runs, or if he throws a hook to my lead hand, which is normally going to be up by my face, you're going to try and block with your elbow. You're going to raise your elbow up so it doesn't hit your face. And he hits something real hard, that's going to hurt his fist. Okay? So if I block with my elbow and he hits, let's say, the crease of my arm, I have this, or I can attack a shoulder. Once again, that may sound counterintuitive, but hurting this area will not allow him to swing very well. Okay? So I want you to throw an actual punch at me. I don't care what.
Okay.
I'm gonna hit you back. So, he threw an uppercut He was going for my face, I believe, or were you going for my body?
I was going for the gut.
He uppercutted my gut. You see, the problem with that is he did it with his lead hand. You never want to uppercut with your lead hand. Why that is? Can you see why that is? Does anyone know? No? Right. You're all open right here. So if he uppercuts, and I take a single step back, he misses, and I lean in for a punch, okay? Which, on that note, it can also be to your advantage. Hitting with your lead hand is going to be a lot weaker, but it's going to throw your opponent off, okay? So if I go and I throw a lead hook, he's going to block this, but I still have movement to come around and hit him with my offhand. But something like an uppercut, you don't want to throw with your lead hand because it's going to be weak. You're going to leave yourself open, and it's going to fuck you up, okay? Sorry. My voice wasn't working. I want you to throw another punch, punches, kicks, I don't care. Something different, so I can show them how to react, alright?
Stop.
I'm gonna hit you back. I didn't hit him back this time because I had no need to. He threw a straight cross from his offhand. What I did was hit his arm backwards, and that caused him to what?
This whole side open.
No. Be off balance. Once I hit that, he threw a straight cross, okay? A lot of the times that's a hip movement, and you're gonna twist your hip into it. If I hit this arm, I'm gonna stumble forward. That allows me to get behind him, and you were right a little bit, and his side will be open, because he's gonna stumble. I'm behind, this is open, okay? Sometimes you don't want to react as soon as the attack is thrown, especially if it is a bigger person. You can sit back in line. So, if I can have big man over there. Come here.
Yes.
Let's pretend I'm small. Actually, I have a better idea. Little lady, will you please come in here? Put your knife in your pocket or something. So, you are a lot smaller than this person, which can be used to your advantage. So if you step up, come on. I want you to get arms up in front of your face. Okay? Feet steady. Good. So if he throws a punch at you, a lot of the times you don't want to block that because it's going to hurt you still, especially how big this person is and how small you are. So I want you to throw a hook from your backhand, okay? So that'll be a left hook, I believe. Yeah. Not you, little lady. You, big guy. A hook. Don't hit her. Alright. So from this position, being as small as you are and as big he is, you actually have less movement to dodge this. So you can do one of two things. You can take a step back, or you can duck under it. A lot of times you want to dodge under it because that leaves his side open, right? So if he throws this, duck under it, follow through with that. His side's open, and you have clear sight to his kidney. Well, sorry, that's his left side. You have ribs, you have spleen. Spleen's gonna be right here in this area. Hitting that will cause him to fold like a fucking baby, especially if he's big. So he missed this, he's off balance. All you have to do is tap him. It don't take much to hurt somebody. So you tap him in his side, he's gonna go even more off balance and might even stumble. Get back in your stances, reset. Now, it's a little bit different if he throws something like a jab from his lead hand. Because you are, you're gonna be quicker, but a jab is quick. And probably a little too quick for someone like you.